Hey, go. Foreign drugs, I'm in love with exotic highs. I miss all my fucking brothers, I know that they in the skies. I can't love none of you bitches and I never told no lies. I'ma keep the shit for
movie trilogies.
What superhero movie trilogies are the definition of this meme where all three movies are absolutely perfect? Now honestly the list is pretty short because there's lots of just straight up bad superhero movie trilogies. Like the Venom trilogy, I love the first Venom movie, it's just peak dumb fun, but it just gets worse and worse with each film.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a bean. The Venom movies, bro. That third one was. I don't know, man.
Let's get into some honorable mentions of trilogies that just barely missed having the three amazing films. Because the Iron Man trilogy, I absolutely love the first movie. I think the third Iron Man is one of the most underrated MCU films. I absolutely love it. I don't know why people don't like the twist. I thought it was really funny and worked in the story. But Iron Man 2 is very weak in comparison, so it kind of holds it out of this conversation. The X-Men trilogy definitely deserves an honorable mention. The first X-Men movie is really good. Then you got X2 that I think is legitimately amazing. Sadly, X-Men The Last Stand is very messy. I still enjoy the film, but definitely not a perfect trilogy. You were probably going to wonder if Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man trilogy is on this list. No, it's not. I think Homecoming's a very good 8 out of 10. I really don't like Far From Home. I'm sorry. That's like a 5 out of 10 movie for me. It's super mediocre in my opinion.
Far From Home it's kind of hard with the Tom Hollands, bro, because you gotta realize Marvel is under a contract where they gotta have, like, Sony owns Spider-Man, so it's not really Marvel. So Sony wanted another person to be like another Marvel cinematic hero, villain, anything to be in that shit with Sony. So, like, that's why the Spider-Man movies always got somebody else. That's why it's Doctor Strange here, and Nick Fury here, and Iron Man pops up in the first one, because that's how the contract made. The old Spider-Mans you see, you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want to talk. Man, I wish I had that sound on here, bro.
And No Way Home was obviously an amazing 10 out of 10 theater experience, but on rewatches, it has lots of problems in that first hour. But I still give it like an 8 out of 10, but there's really just not a high enough high for this to be in a perfect movie trilogies list, in my opinion. To round out the honorable mentions, I'm mentioning the Spider-Verse trilogy that, it's not finished yet. But unless they completely fumble beyond the Spider-Verse and it's just terrible somehow, this is pretty much a lock to be like a top 2 superhero movie trilogy of all time when it finally finishes in 2027. Sadly, that's still 2 years away until we see this trilogy, though. And man, imagine the disappointment and how crazy the internet would go if the movie was just somehow terrible and just like 10 times worse than the first two, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Starting off the actual list of perfect superhero movie trilogies, I'm going with the Captain America trilogy. Now, I do think the first Avenger is easily the weakest of these, and that's why it's not higher up on the list, but it's still an enjoyable, like, 6 to 7 out of 10 movie, a solid origin story. I think the Red Skull is a pretty decent villain, but the reason this is on the list is because the Winter Soldier is absolutely incredible, my favorite MCU movie, and Captain America Civil War is another top 5 MCU movie for me. Now, that kind of is cheating because it's more like an Avengers 2.5 movie than just a straight up Captain America movie, but I don't care. It's a part of his
Man, you gotta go back and watch one of, if you don't watch the first two, watch Civil War. Civil War was good. I don't think Brand New Day is gonna be bad. Brand New Day gonna be pretty decent. I feel like it's gonna be pretty decent. It's just, they just gotta work around it, man. Cause like I said, that contract, that's why Punisher's in there. That's why fucking Hulk's supposed to be in there. They saying Doctor Strange is in the cast. It's a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think Brand New Day is gonna shape the actual friendly neighborhood Tom Holland Spider-Man, because every other Spider-Man movie, we done seen him in the neighborhood doing him, but we ain't really seen Tom in that field, you know what I'm saying? So this gonna give him the chance to be in that field, and we're gonna see what he made out of.
Low trilogy either way, so it's got to count for him. And I legitimately think that Chris Evans' casting as Captain America deserves to be right up there in the conversation with RDJ as Iron Man, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine as these perfect superhero movie castings, because his portrayal of Captain America is what makes all these movies so enjoyable. At number 3, I'm going with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Absolutely love the first Spider-Man. It's
beautiful, so beautiful right here. Beautiful. We went for 3. I feel like we could have aimed for 1. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Feel like we could have went 1 here. I'm gonna hear you out though. I want to see who your 1 is. But 3, I could live with that. During Infinity War, Tom was in the shits. I ain't gonna lie. Infinity War, He was trying to get in that field, but that nigga Iron Man didn't want him in that field. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to protect him. But now Iron Man's gone. So now we get to see what Tom is really made of. You know what I'm saying?
Just corny and cheesy in all the best ways possible. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is one of my favorite superhero movie villains of all time. It's just so ridiculously insane, and Willem Dafoe's always having a blast in every movie he's in. But this one in particular, you could tell he was just having so much fun being a complete lunatic. Then you go over to Spider-Man 2 with the absolutely great storyline of him losing his powers, the battle between being Peter Parker and Spider-Man at the same time. You got Doc Ock, an absolutely incredible villain, easily one of the better superhero movies ever made. But just like Captain America's trilogy, where the first film in that was the weakest, in this trilogy I think Spider-Man 3 is easily the weakest.
You stop that right there. You stop that right there. Bully Maguire? Like, are we... Come on now. I understand that we probably didn't need it, but this is what shaped the black suit. This right here is what shaped the black suit. Like I'm saying, like, how are we gonna say, you know, that's kind of a hot take, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a very messy movie, too many villains going on because the studio...
If we're gonna go with the too many villains, Brand New Day is about to have a lot of fucking villains. I mean, it's Tom Holland. People been alright, you know what I'm saying? Andrew Garfield, who did he have in the first one? Second one, I know he had Electro. It was really just Electro. Yeah, it was really just Electro. Alright, look, we ain't even gonna get into that.
Pretty much jammed Venom down this film's throat. But even though it's definitely weaker, it's still a very fun and enjoyable movie, and it has that Raimi style all over it. So many iconic moments like Emo Peter that are kind of terrible but also amazing at the same time. This movie was just on par with the other two though, and was as amazing. It would easily be probably number 2 on this list, but sadly that's not what we got. For the top 2, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know your favorite superhero movie trilogy of all time in the comments below. At number 2, it might be a hot take.
Thank you. Thank you. I could not argue with that. Guardians of the Galaxy, the trilogy is so fucking amazing. James Gunn, look, I can't be mad at you. You went to DC. Y'all niggas doing y'all shit over there. That Superman film, that motherfucker was fire. Can't lie, bro. That shit was fire. And that Supergirl movie, that shit gonna be fire. I ain't gonna lie. But this was what shaped it all. Without Guardians of the Galaxy, there would have been no Superman. That's just my hot take.
I'm going with the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. I think this is more consistently great than the other two. Now, I think maybe Winter Soldier and Spider-Man 2 are higher highs than like Guardians 3, the best film in this trilogy. There's not a single mediocre film in this. Like, I absolutely love Guardians 1, 2, and 3, and I used to be really low on Guardians 2 like 5 years ago, but after my recent rewatch, when I went through these movies again, I absolutely love Guardians 2. I don't know what I was seeing the first time I watched it. And these movies are where I'm mind-blown that people are worried about James Gunn's Superman movie and his other DC films coming up. Like, these are all such an absolute blast. They have great emotional moments. The soundtrack is some of the greatest stuff in movie history ever, not even just superhero movies. And when it comes to MCU trilogies in particular, like Captain America, Iron Man, I think where this gets an advantage is that these 3 movies serve as the beginning and end of these characters' story. You don't have to go watch like Infinity War and Endgame. Like, yeah, obviously there's a major event that happens in there, but you get a complete arc just within these 3 movies, which those other trilogies don't. Like, Endgame is the end of Iron Man and Captain America's arc. Number 1, it's not even a competition, is the Dark Knight
trilogy. Gang, I'm so glad that he put this on here too. Can we get his... Look, I know I argue with the Spider-Man. Still am a little bit arguing with that. But my nigga, and I hate to say it, because my boy on the game was just talking about this, bro. Robert Pattinson is the detective, okay? Christian Bale is Batman. I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Christian Bale is Batman. When I think of Batman, I don't think of Robert Pattinson. I don't think of Ben Affleck. I don't think of the other Batmans that I'm probably missing. I think of Christian Bale. The Dark Knight. All of that, bro. Like, come on, bro. Christian Bale, bro.
Trilogy. I think
Batman. The Joker of Dark Knight is the. It's what I'm saying. What was his name? Heath Ledger, bro. R.I.P. him. GOAT. R.I.P. bro. Real talk. That nigga really fit that role, bro. Damn, I might go rewatch that after stream.
And Begins is maybe the greatest superhero origin movie we've ever seen. Obviously, The Dark Knight is just period the best superhero film ever created. And I know it's like a recent trend for people to hate on The Dark Knight Rises with a bunch of these like CinemaSins critiques of it. Yeah, is it a little bit messier than the first two absolutely amazing films in the trilogy? Yeah, but I still think it's a great movie. It's so big and bold. It's a legitimate epic. And yeah, it has some mistakes along the way. But you get Tom Hardy as Bane, absolutely incredible. Yes. Now, if you're watching this, I know you're a superhero movie fan, so if you want to hear about the shocking early reviews for the Fantastic Four First Steps, click the video above my head right now, and thank you so much.
I don't even want to get into that one. Alright. Well, we, like an hour 20 in. Alright, cool. Try Not to Laugh was absolutely fucking horrendous. We're not even going to get into that. The worst aura losses ever. This dude was high off meth. King came up. I ain't reacted to the Ken video in a minute. Or you can get into this UDY. Guess the car. I ain't even trying to get into that. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do the. It's right here.
Nigga, I see what the fuck I see, man. Don't tell no child say nothing to me, bitch. They can't even net yet. Fuck you.